Hello everyone, peace, love, and light. Candii The Unicorn here. Namaste to you. Yes, yes, yes. Today we're going to be doing just a little hatha flow. And remember, in this particular yoga practice, we are just working on our breathing techniques and we're moving slow. We are not moving fast in hatha yoga. We're just controlling our breath, minding our breaths, and going with the flow, okay? With stretching our bodies and not setting any limitations on ourselves, but not straining ourselves, okay? That's what we do not want to do, is strain ourselves and hurt ourselves, because we're going to be practicing yoga all of our lives in the body that we were blessed with in this life. So we want to be sure to protect it and keep it well groomed, maintenance, so it can carry us on, okay? So to start off, we are going to loosen up our bodies. So we're just going to allow our bodies to flow. Giving grace and gratitude for allowing us to come to our mat today. Not everyone woke up this morning and was able to make it to their mat today, but today we are here. And since we are here, we're giving gratitude and thanks for letting our body flow, moving our body and letting it flow. Okay? So rotate your shoulders back and rotate your shoulders forward. Can't forget about the neck. And it's okay if you can do everything at once. It's just fine. But we don't want to overdo it. We just want to lubricate and loosen up our phalanges, our muscles, our bones. We just want to lubricate our vertebrae, our spine, our hips. We're just lubricating our knees. And we're just rotating hips, knees, ankles, ankles and toes, ankles and toes. And we just flow, let it flow. Alright. We're letting that flow. I'm just going to do a half fold. Just hang out here for a little bit and our body stretch. And just breathe. And go down to a full fold. And just breathe. Let your head hang down low. And just breathe. And take about 5 breaths here. Hang out. And breathe. And we're not trying to arch our back at this moment. Right now we want a round, nice rounded back. Our toes, ball, and heels of our feet are connected to our mat and well grounded. And our head and our neck is relaxed. And we just breathe here. Okay, turn your head slightly to the right, center, and left. Keep breathing. Okay, in order to come up, we're going to make sure we roll each vertebrae at a time. Our head is the last thing that comes up. So while we're continuing to breathe, our spine and our vertebrae are rolling up one at a time. Our neck and our head comes up last. Okay? Feel kind of good, right? So just breathe there. Okay. Here, we're going to do a couple of sun salutations, giving honor, thanks, and praises to our sun, which creates light and life. Without the sun, we would not exist. Probably be clear, it's nothing like nothing that is pigmentating our skin, right? So we need the sun. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. with our sun salutation. And I come to the top of our mats. And our hands go up. I'm going to do it forward first so you guys can see. And then we're going to turn at every angle, giving an honor to the sun from north, south, east, and west. We're going to start here. So obviously I'm going to go north, east, south, and west. Okay? So start at the top, our mats. Our hands is in a tree pose. Excuse me, mountain pose. And we go up. Stretch back. Come down halfway. Go up. Down. From the half fold all the way down. Okay? My right leg goes back. Turning so you all can see me on every angle. And those that are in the back of the classroom, you're doing great. Just continue to follow me. We're doing this for the camera. Right leg is back. Being sure that my knee is not all the way positioned over my toe. Back of my toe is grounded into the ground on my right leg while my left leg is forward. From here, I'm going to bring my left leg back into a plank. I'm going to come down to a little chaturanga. Up. What goes down first? We bring my knees, arch my back so that way my chest can go down and my chin as I roll up into a cobra, all the way up into a downward dog, where my ears is separated from my shoulders. My palms is grounded with my fingers into my mat. My toes are into my mat as well. From here, my toes are rounded. My toes go into the mat as I push and bring my body over into a downward dog. And we're pushing to the mat, or we're pushing into the mat. If we're on our toes this round, that's fine, because by the time we do our fourth one, our heels should be closer down to the mat. As I push into the mat, I'm being sure that my ears are separated from my arms, and I'm going into the downward dog, rounding out my shoulders and pushing back into my shoulders to the downward dog. In order to get up from here, you can step up, which is a modified. You can step up, okay, here. Or if you're here, you can walk up, okay. If you're feeling like a true yogi, what you do at this point is gaze where you're going to jump. You're going to point your toes to the mat, get them grounded, bend your knees as you're gazing, and slightly hop. Okay, you do not need to come down hard because you don't want to damage your spine or your knees. From there, not all the way, we do a half fold. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale up. All the way this time. Hands go up, come down to a mountain pose to front heart center. Okay, so let's do it again. Here we go. Arms are up. Half fold. Look up. Inhale. Exhale down. All the way. Fold. Full fold. My right leg bent back this time. This time we're going to alternate. My left leg is going back into a lunge as I'm continuing to breathe. My left leg goes back. My right leg meets my left leg. I'm going into a plank. I'm coming back up as my knees, chest, and toes come down to the mat. I'm purposely arching my back to do this. As I push up, into my upward dog. Toes go down as they round to the mat. Heels go down as they're pressing down into the mat. Palms and fingers are pressed down and grounded into the mat as my shoulders are away from my ear. And I'm going to hold this downward dog for 5 breaths. When I'm ready, after my breaths, I'm going to gaze to the top of my mat. While on my toes, I'm bending my knees. I'm going to slowly hop forward. Half fold. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Another half fold. Exhale down. This time we come all the way up. All right, inhale. Exhale. Mountain pose in front heart center. And we turn around once again. Inhale. Up. Exhale, half fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, lunge back. I'm going to bring my left leg to meet my right. I come down into chaturanga. Knees, chest. It's almost like a child pose. You can go down into the child pose from here as well. Especially if your back is telling you to. Right before you go up into your cobra or your upward dog, you can stop here and visit the child pose. Okay? I'm going to come up. I go from the baby cobra, remember this is the cobra, all the way to an upward dog. Toes go down to the mat. So my body come up and down into the downward dog. I'm gazing, so y'all can stay here and breathe for about 4 seconds. 4 breaths. As I look up in the middle of my mat, I know exactly where I'm going to jump in between the palms of my hands. While on my toes, I bend my knees and I slowly hop forward. From here, inhale, halfway. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down to front heart center into our mountain pose. So when they say that people get healthy, people lose weight, blood flow starts to regulate as far as high blood pressure, hypertension, varicose veins. When they say those things start to regulate with yoga, simply because if you're not feeling a little out of breath by now, then you probably wasn't breathing properly and moving properly. Yoga is working out with just stretching and breathing. Your body can be healed with just stretching and breathing and adding on eating properly and drinking lots of water, and breathing itself is meditating, okay? So you can heal your body with yoga, meditating, and eating well. If you don't believe me, challenge yourself to heal your own body and see what happens, okay? That was only 2 salutations, so we're doing 2 more. And if it was 3, this is the 3rd one, we're still doing 2 more, okay? So our hands go up, and for me, we go into a seating, and then inhale. You're just getting all the oxygen you can into your lungs, okay? Because remember, you're supposed to stretch your lungs so you can inhale all this oxygen to heal your body. Oxygen allows your blood to flow. So we inhale up. Come back to tree pose. Come back to mountain pose. Inhale again. Okay, so we inhale up. Exhale halfway. Excuse me, all the way. Inhale halfway. Half fold. Exhale all the way down. You guys are doing great. Remember to round your back. You're doing great over there. Make sure you round your back. And breathe. Okay? And come up, halfway fold. On an exhale, we're going to go into our lunge. Exhale into our lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Let go back into our plank. Okay? Sometimes we can't hold ourselves up, which is fine. Because from there, I'm going to put our knees to the mat. Our toes go flat to the mat. And we're going to rock our body back into a child pose. Hold it here. And remember, we're going to get ready to roll up, okay? But we don't want pressure. And for any reason, if you cannot keep yourself and roll up, it's okay to just move into a upward dog, okay? You can roll yourself up. You're going to be sure that your chin, chest hits the mat because our knees are already there, okay? So we arch our back from our child pose. Okay, so in our child pose, you're sitting on your feet in your child pose. You're relaxing. If your body doesn't go all the way back, that's okay. You still want to relax and breathe. If there's any areas that's bothering you, if you feel anything on your shin or your knees, you can make some modifications with adding another mat. You can put a towel down. And if it's not bad, you just feel it there. Just take your breath and breathe to your pain. Massage your pain with your breath. Okay, we're going to get ready to roll up as our fingertips are at the front of our mat and stretched out far as they can go with our arms. Yes. We're going to roll our bodies up. Okay. Into our upward dog. Hold it here. We're not here. Okay, you're not relaxing your neck on your shoulders. Your neck is away from your shoulders as you're using your hands to press down into the mat and get grounded. Your shoulders are separated from your ears because you're pushing back on your shoulders. Okay? In your chest, you're trying to raise your chest up to the heaven skies. This is a downward dog. Okay? On our next inhale, we're going to put our toes down, bring our body up, and exhale on downward dog. This is our third or fourth one, so by now your heels should be touching the mat or almost there while keeping your legs straight, okay? You feel the need to bend a little bit? That's okay if you need to make those modifications. But we can't have everything bent, okay? So you got to challenge yourself. Can't bend your knees and your elbows. If we're going to give ourselves a little slack and bend our knees, try to make sure your elbows is straight without locking them, okay? You're just pressing down into the mat. The more you press in and have your shoulders back, you will be able to hold this pose. You are doing great. You got this. Keep it up. Keep believing in yourself. Keep having the faith. You can do it. Mind is over the matter. We're going to take one more breath in our downward dog. When we're ready, we're going to gaze up. And if you can't jump, it's okay to walk up. Okay? Walk up to your hands. We're still in our fold. We're not lazy. We're not being lazy. We're folding our body. Okay? And from there, we're going to inhale halfway, half fold. Exhale down. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Our last inhale, we're going to inhale really, really deep, okay? While raising our arms up and exhaling on our tree pose, but I want us to all breathe on our own flow. Inhale deep, up, deep. Yes. Now exhale slow. You bring your hands to front heart center into our mountain pose. Okay? One more. We're almost done here, I promise you. One more. Get deep. Inhale up. Exhale. Halfway fold. All the way down. Inhale up. Exhale down. As we go down, we go into our lunge. From our lunge. And bring our other leg back. We are in our plank. From our plank, our knees drop to the mat. We're going to rock back into our child pose. And it's okay to make certain modifications, especially because we have people in our class that was having back problems. So we're going to add in just stretching our back today, okay? So that's why we're adding in the child pose into our salutation. The more you sit back and stretch your arms, the more you'll feel it. And keep breathing. Remember, it's not supposed to hurt. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll your body up or come up into a upward dog. Push your body off the mat. You're not resting here. It's kind of hard if you do here. This is more of our cobra, right? Versus our downward dog. Upward dog. Cobra. Upward dog. Elbows are not bent. Couple breaths here. Now we take our toes down to the mat and push our body upwards. You need to walk up a little bit. Go right ahead. It's okay. You're fine. You're doing everything just fine. Remember, this is a practice. This is not a test. This is not a challenge to see who can do it the fastest or hold it the longest. This is practice. One day we'll all get there on our time, no one else's but our own. Keep breathing. We're going to do 2 more breaths in our downward dog. At this time, make any modifications or adjustments you need to make. And breathe. Whenever you're ready, walk forward to the middle of your mat in between your palms, or bend your legs, bend your knees, and hop. Inhale halfway, exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway, exhale all the way down. It's our last inhale, so make it count. All the way up, inhale. Hands together. Exhale slow to front heart center into our mountain pose. Because we are already here in our mountain pose, we're going to go ahead and go into a seated mountain. And breathe and hold it here. We're in our seated mountain. Where our back is straight as possible. We now want to be here. Back is here. And we're breathing. Okay, come up. And we're going to come down again. And this time we're going to do a cross seated. So we're going to take our right elbow and place it onto our left thigh. And breathe. Okay, come center. And cross over to our right. Our left arm is on our right. Keep breathing. Are you ready? Come center. Slowly raise up. I'm going to inhale up. Go into back bend just to stretch your back. Exhale back. Inhale. Down. Halfway. We're not going all the way. Exhale. Back bend. Okay. We're going to go ahead and go down to our mat. So we're going to go ahead and exhale. And exhale all the way down. So you can get your hands pressed down flat. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and walk to the top of our mat. And as we're in a downward dog, we're going to bend our knees. Now, our feet go flat, and we are in the tabletop. Just breathe here. We're pressing our knees into the mat, pressing our palms into the mat, and we just breathe. Okay, of course we're here, so we're going to do a couple of meows and moves, which is some cats and cows. So that we're here, we're going to go ahead and arch our back into a cat. Meow. Meow. And exhale down as our navel button is to our mat. Back is arched into a cow. Moo. Cat. Meow. Arch and breathe. Inhale. And exhale to our cow. Inhale. Cat. Shoulders are separated from ears. And exhale. Cow. Inhale. Cat. And exhale. Cow. Okay. From here, we're going to bring our legs up to our palms as we walk them up and sit back onto our mat. Okay. I'm going to cross our legs and do a couple of neck rotations before we lay down and finish our session today in our Shavasana. We're going to just rotate our neck. It's okay if you close your eyes, because this is also like our cool down period. The heater's on in here, so we're doing a little hot yoga today, which is okay. Rotate and rotate our shoulders back and forward. Okay, a little stretch in there. We're going to lay down into our Shavasana. And as I stated before, and I'm going to tell you again and again until it gets old and gets stuck in your head, and you're not going to do it any other way but the right way. When we come out of our Shavasana, it's okay to lay down into our fetus pose. Okay, so this is our Shavasana. We're on our back. Okay, when we get up, you turn your body into a fetus position. You're going to take your arms, push down on the mat to push yourself up. Okay? That's how you get up, by pushing down on the mat. Never raise your back up. Never raise your back. Never lay down and raise your back straight up. Okay? That's going to cause strain on your back. Bless you. And with it causing strain on your back, eventually it's going to cause damage. And that's not what we want. Remember, we want to take care of our bodies because we want our bodies to take care of us. Okay? So go ahead, lay down into Shavasana. I will serenade you with a little message from the singing bowl. At this time, you're going to lay down on your back with your palms. Your palms are towards the heaven skies and so are your toes. And you lay down flat with your sitting bones, the backs and your vertebrae. Your shoulders are relaxed into the mat. Palms are up and your eyes is closed. At this time, you're setting your affirmation. You're giving thanks to the Creator, universe, to yourself. You're having gratitude and thanking your body for doing something today that you didn't think it was going to be able to do. You pushed yourself and you challenged yourself. So give yourself gratitude and thanks. While in the Shavasana, sometimes things might come up in our mind because there are thoughts. We are not in control of our thoughts. However, we do not let our thoughts control us. Allow the thought to come into our head. Allow ourselves to process that thought and allow that thought to go on into the universe. We don't want to dwell on any thoughts that do not serve us, our higher purpose. However, because we cannot control our thoughts, it's okay if they pop in our heads, but it's not okay to be stuck in our mind. We must set ourselves free by staying positive while continuing to see the light, making changes and growing every day. Continue to breathe. Continue to lay here in Shavasana. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this space. Continue to breathe. Challenge yourself to take deep breaths in. Deep breaths in. And slowly exhale. Slowly exhale. Wisdom arises through effort. Wisdom disappears through lack of effort. Knowing this twofold path of growth and decline, one should arrange oneself such that wisdom increases. Overcome anger by non-anger. Overcome evil by good. Overcome the misery by giving. Overcoming the liar by truth. As we continue to breathe, one more affirmation. It's every morning, I am born again. What I do today is what matters most. So just know, sunshine brings another day. If we get stuck in the past from yesterday, that's where you will remain, stuck in the sunken place. You must elevate your mind, which will elevate your body, and in return, elevate your spirit. As you're slowly waking from your Shavasana, turn over into fetus pose whenever you're ready. to help yourself awaken. Just sit there and breathe. Whenever you're ready, no rush. Place your hands on the mat and push up into a seated pose. No rush. We're all in the seated position. Good job, class. We have one more, but it's okay. Because remember, you're getting up at your own pace. The hertz on the singing bowl is still amplifying. Sounds so wonderful. So as always, Candii the Unicorn is out. Peace, love, and light. And namaste. Wow. Thank y'all.